Hey guys, so I've got a two-part series here for you. A few people have been asking me, what is your opinion on the government? Like, how would you suggest changes that they would make that would improve everything? So, a lot of people say it's like you have a rather negative view. It's like anyone can point out the problem, how many people can point out the solution? And my usual defense is, well, I simply don't know enough about government to implement any strong ideas or suggestions towards that would improve everything. But I've been putting some time and thought into it, so I've decided to give you guys a two-part series about my thoughts of what the government could change to improve everything, to grease the wheels and everything so everything's a lot easier. So I'm going to give you guys the no's of government, what government should not be allowed to do or be allowed to have done to them, right? No more lobbying politicians, no more big corporations funding politicians to get their interests paid for instead. No taxation without representation. Here in BC we got the HST, a 12% tax on absolutely everything. You cannot buy something without getting 12% tax on it. We were not told. We went to a referendum, we voted to get rid of it. It'll now take about 2 years to get rid of it because we were taxed without representation. It is illegal. No insider benefits. So no premier, prime minister, president, congressman, whatever, may give somebody who has inadequate experience in the said position a particular position with higher than normal pay. This happened in British Columbia. A friend of Premier Christie, her best friend's husband, got a job which got $170,000. The job was vacant for 8 months, and he got a twice over the pay was like $70,000 or $80,000 a year. He got $170,000 a year. As soon as the media found out about it, he was released from duty and whatnot, and Premier said, I don't know anything about it. So that would be illegal, and there would be some kind of charge or something like that for actions such as that. No government bailout for financial institutions. Financial institutions go down, they need government money. Okay, here's an interest loan. You will have to repay this back as soon as you are back on your feet. None of this bailout, we need trillions or millions, hundreds of billions of dollars, and then, oh, we kept it all, thank you, or interest-free loans. Oh yeah, thanks for all lending us this money that we made billions off of. No, that would not be allowed. You borrow money from the people, you pay the people back with interest. Now, I got taxation and funding. Okay, politicians and government are funded by the people and government-owned corporations to fund programs and employ citizens. So our taxes fund the government. Government owns a few corporations that they use to also fund themselves, and they would employ citizens at the same time. Government works within its means, spending only what it has, not, oh, we can juice the people for a few more dollars so we can buy this nice new expensive thing. An example of that is the RCMP in Vancouver recently spent $5 million when BC is in a credit crunch at the moment on an RCMP storage building. The top of the line, the world's best storage unit. It's absolute ridiculous. We do not have the money to fund things like that. Also, was the $500 million that was spent on the BC Place roof. There are homeless people, there are starving people, there are starving children, and we spent $500 million on a roof that has some leaks. Not a very wise use of money. Also, Prime Minister of Canada, Stephen Harper, flew from Ontario down to BC to go do Premier Christy Clark's son's hockey game. So that was also, we paid for his flight, he stayed in a hotel likely, we paid for his hotel, his food, everything. We paid for it. Do those people really deserve things like that? Maybe, maybe not. Fair and equal tax to all. So no, the poor get 35% tax, the rich get 15%. None of that. Tax breaks to small businesses and impoverished people. Lowered property tax. Okay, we all own this land. I should not have to pay $700 a year to have my house on a piece of property that somebody else owns when I already paid them to have my piece of or my house on their property. We all own this land. We are all born onto this land. Who has the particular right to say that, no, this is my land. This is the government's land. You have to pay us to live here. Like, that's not right. So reduced property tax. Tax on Wall Street, transactions to fund government programs. You ever heard of the Robin Hood tax? 1% on the billions or trillions of dollars that float around daily in the Wall Street transactions. 1% of that tax would help fund government programs. That would make up for the lowered property tax and also for the free education. An educated society is a smart society. Plus, educated people contribute more and more to society than vagabonds and people who don't have the education that end up as burger flippers and whatnot. Did you know, in the United States of America, 75% of jobs could be replaced tomorrow by robots? Yeah, so basically, you could get those people educations, you could replace their jobs with robots, and you could have people be building freaking rocket ships to go to the moon instead of funding huge wars and whatnot. On wars, reduced military budget, instead funding education, justice, and social programs. US 52% or something like that, or 59% of their 2012 budget is going to military. Harper government, he wants to spend billions more on the military. Where this is Canada. Who is enemies with Canada? We have like no enemies. We have no need to spend more and more money on weapons. We don't need thousands or hundreds of more jets. We don't need a huge military fleet. We don't need military bases all over the world. This is Canada. We're a diplomatic, resource-rich country. We don't need to be spending all of our money on weapons and military when, as I've said before, we have starving people, hungry people, homeless, whatnot. Alright, no taxation without representation. I can't stress that enough. That is illegal. Cannot be done. Politicians to receive a basic wage and pension based on how much they serve their employers. Us. We employ police officers, teachers, public servants, the works. They are our employees. If we feel they're doing an unsatisfactory job, we should be able to remove them from office, dock their pay, suspend them, whatever. They are our employees. None of this, oh yeah, I ripped you all off, I got a $500 million whatnot, or $5 million pension, or hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to screw you guys up the ass. That's BS. That would not be allowed. So, our Prime Minister, when he retires, will get a $5 million pension plan. That is like one of the highest pensions out there for government official. That's $5 million. And like, that's all we're paying for his retirement. I worked hard to help pay my taxes and stuff, and I'm not going to get a decent pension plan. Like, in fact, Harper's screwing over the pension plan so he can have a nice one. That is also unfair. So that is finished with part 1. I don't want to take too much of your guys' time in one video. Hopefully this video doesn't lag all the shit. But that was taxation and the nose of government. So next time, our next video is going to be about education, social programs, and then an independent unit. I will tell you guys about that, and I hope to see you there soon. Peace.